nothing, but take from them everything.
Welcome back to the Metal Hand of God podcast. I am your host, Wayne, and these two fine gentlemen that are holding each other's hands tightly are...
Wait, I'm supposed to hold his hand?
I thought you were.
Okay. Alright. We're holding hands now. I'm Adam.
And I'm the Rum Guy.
Ooh,
actually, I'm Dawson.
And the Rum Guy actually says it really like sensual because he's holding your hand, dude. He's like, I am the Rum Guy.
We actually did hold hands for a second there.
That's pretty fucking funny. That's funny. That's funny, guys.
Yes, we're here, or at least Adam and I are here up in North Carolina. Adam drove the whole way from Louisiana with a ton of stuff as a donation, and we were able to make arrangements with Brunswick County Family Services, and they were very excited to have us there and be able to drop those type of supplies off. It's going to help out a lot of people, and we want to thank everybody, the bar, everybody who hosted us and came out and really helped out with the entire event. The people in North Carolina really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, please, if whoever's listening, if you're in the Metairie area, go check out Gas Station Bar and Cleary Tavern. The Lagniappe with Love guys, Ronnie and Mike, who own it, they gave a few $100s worth of stuff, and other people gave as well, but I think they put out
the majority,
300.
Yeah, that was amazing, and like I said, there's a lot of people still around the area that's dealing with a lot of cleanup, and being in Louisiana, y'all know what it's like. It's you get all that dirt and you get everything in your home. That's the reason the cleaning supplies was so important, because it's helping them clean up. They lost everything, and that includes the money's dwindled out of the bank accounts. They can't even afford to go out and buy stuff. So it really, really helps out quite a bit. And just to let y'all know, it was perfect. We got there just in time. They were just getting ready to close the doors on us, but Adam had run his ass off to get here, and it was a hell of a drive. He had an amazing, fun drive just to get here.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I actually have a story from that drive.
You need to tell it.
We should
let it go.
Before we get to the debauchery, we should probably finish talking about what you were just saying. But yeah, I drove. I guess it's 13 hours total. I did have to stop a few times because I was by myself. I mostly got by on fast food and old episodes of Star Trek.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's funny how nice people were at the few places I did stop. Hold on.
Like the person that recommended the barbecue.
Correct.
That was pretty funny.
Why did I tell you that?
No, you did post the video though.
Oh, right. I made a video.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, you did part 1 and you never did part 2.
Oh, well, I was going to do a part 2 before I leave.
Oh, I got you. It's like, here's part 1.
Rum's porch.
It's like a fucking cliffhanger and no one else knows what's going to happen after.
I'm staying at beautiful Casa de Rum
on beautiful Holden Beach, and it's a nice day today. It's not that sunny, but it does feel like fall though. It's in the 50s.
It's much better than it is here, I'm sure. You guys probably be getting some rain soon, and Adam, if you're,
I think we'll probably get rain in the next day or two.
Yeah, it's like if you're heading,
my allergies are acting up badly.
If you're going to be heading back anytime soon, you might be driving through the weather. So just FYI. Well,
driving, Yay. That's fun. He had a great day with his car, by the way.
Yeah, so last night I went to go visit a friend that I hadn't seen in 17 years.
Holy shit, that's a good one.
Yeah, and on the way there to meet her, I noticed an engine light.
Uh-oh.
So this morning I check it, and it gave me a code that says a map sensor is
Hallelujah.
Is dirty. And so we took it to a place, and the guy's like, yeah, we cleaned the map sensor. That was $100, but you have a PCV valve that
is all fucked up.
Yeah, no point in getting into the details.
Okay, so but for anybody else, I mean, I don't know what a PCV valve is or whatever the hell you just said. So can you explain to me what the fuck that is?
It's some type of pressure valve. Basically, oil's leaking into my intake.
Oh, that's not good.
No, and so basically, this trip with gas is probably going to cost about $450.
Wow.
Yeah. So in the long run.
Well, you gave dude, you gave a hell of a charitable donation.
Wow. I might be looking for some charitable donations.
You might be able to actually write all this off because you were doing a run.
Yeah.
And you could write it off on your taxes.
It is possible.
Hey, Jeff, I know you listen to the show. Please message me when you listen.
Right. Yeah, message him, dude. Let him know if this is possible.
Yeah, because it's you're doing a charitable drive and making runs for what you did. So I mean, a lot of this is tax write-off, and I can write your receipt for the bill for staying.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess what Rum's charging me, it's actually $800. But yeah, I mean, look, I knew there was a chance something might go wrong, but at the end of the day, I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast. I know I've said it to both of y'all. We put a lot of negative stuff out into the world individually and occasionally on this show. But it's good to do something to help people for once. And I hate doing this sort of thing because like we make a lot of vague comments about things we're trying to do. But Rum and I today were discussing something that we will try to get going in the next couple of months that might also be charitable for a different cause, but also a good cause.
Yeah.
So on the way here, so I thought I was going to stay with my cousin in Atlanta because I figured like I don't have any interest in driving 13 hours straight, but I didn't know if I was going to be making the drive out here or not because I didn't know how much we were taking in.
Right.
And it turns out we took in quite a bit of supplies for people. So I couldn't just ship it up via UPS. It would have cost, probably $1,000.
It would have definitely cost you more than what it would have cost you to drive, besides the fact that you just had a broken car.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't call, but I texted her that morning that I was going to be stopping in Atlanta and asked if I could stay, figuring like, oh, my cousin likes me, I think, so it'll be okay. Well, I sent her 3 texts from Sunday night through to Monday night, and I drove to Atlanta on Monday, and she never responded. So she might, I might not be welcome at her house.
You might want to touch base with her just to.
I actually texted her today and asked her to call me, and she has not responded. So I don't know what's going to happen. I might have to. So basically, what I had to do was get an Airbnb, because my number one thing with traveling is I don't care where I stay, but I need it to be clean.
Cleanliness is next to Adamness.
I thought you were going to say rumbliness.
Oh, well, I was trying to give you some props, though.
Yeah, but it would have been.
Well, yeah, well, I didn't think
it works a little better. But anyway, in order to stay in a clean hotel, it would have cost me at least $150, and that wasn't going to happen. So I go on Airbnb and I found a place for $60, and so it's at this point it's like 7:30 at night, and it's like 20 miles down the road from Atlanta, in a place called Covington, Georgia.
Beautiful town.
Absolutely lovely. It's anyone who's I'm sure it's only a small number of people who listen to this have ever been to Covington, Louisiana, but it's like that, but nicer and friendlier. So, but I pull up at about 8:30 at night, and I messaged the woman whose house I was staying in. And she says, well, I'm not there. I'm on my way to church, but my daughter's there. I'm going to call her and have her open the door for you. So I said, oh, fair enough. So I parked. I walk up to the front door, and I ring the doorbell, and I'm waiting inordinately long. Like, usually if you ring a doorbell, it doesn't take longer than 30 seconds for people to answer the door if they heard it, like on average. So I'm there for like 2 minutes, and I'm about to ring the doorbell again, and the light comes on. And then I wait for another minute, and just as I'm about to ring the doorbell again, the door opens, And so the young woman in front of me
had to be 14.
She might have been. I don't know. She might have been 16. She might have been 25. She's at that nebulous age. She was wearing a silk negligee and not a thing else. She was, shall we say, quite womanly. She
had long hair?
She had kind of, was curly though. She was black.
Okay.
And she had like a bull nose ring, which I'm not personally into, but it was kind of working for me on that particular evening. And I felt like I had either walked into a porn film or a horror movie, and I didn't know which one I was in. So, like, there was, it took me a second to form thoughts. I was actually thinking, like, is this a porn movie, or is Ashton Kutcher gonna run out and be like, you got punked, you thought you were gonna have sex with this hot black chick, but no, why would that ever happen to you? You know. So she takes me upstairs to my room to make my bed, and which sounds like more than it was, but she was actually just making the bed. And because I didn't expect anyone to be staying there that night, because usually people book in advance. Well, so I'm talking to her, and she's making the bed, which requires her to keep bending over. And normally I try to be a bit of a gentleman. You know, I try not to stare too hard at women's cleavage. I did not attempt that on this particular occasion. And point of fact, if my eyes had lasers, she would be dead. In fact, I'm pretty sure I cinched her negligee anyway, just through the power of will. But so she's talking to me, but I'm like, yeah, you know, like I'm driving out here from New Orleans to deliver hurricane supplies to, relief supplies to hurricane victims, and which at some point started to make me feel like an asshole. Like every time somebody asked me something unprompted, I'd be like, yeah, I'm here to deliver supplies to hurricane victims, like some kind of goddamn superhero. And I'm like, oh, that sounds douchey. But
yeah, but you were just telling them what you were there to do. It's not like you were being a dick about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it came off. But
I mean, when you say hello, it comes off as a dick. So
all kinds of things are going through my mind. I'm like, I don't have a condom. I don't know if I care if I have a condom. I kind of hope I don't have a condom. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if she's teasing me.
You didn't know it was a setup and her dad was in the closet with a shotgun?
Or her mom. I don't know. Maybe it was a bait and switch. Maybe she was going to say, turn out the lights, and her mom was going to pop out. I don't know. But I was like, I worked in pizza delivery for 10 years. Never in my life have I ever had anything remotely similar to this. And part of me was like, the actual part of me that's a reasonable person was thinking, like, if I had a daughter and I was doing Airbnb, there is zero chance she would be opening any doors wearing literally nothing but a sheet of silk. I'm pretty sure she didn't have underwear on, and I hope she didn't. And quite frankly, in my mind, she did not. I will tell this a little bit. I did not have sex with her. Kevin's gonna gloat because I broke my rule for the month.
We know where that went. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say that I flagellated myself on.
Oh, you farted a lot?
So basically, you messed up that clean sheet.
Oh no. Surprisingly not. I guess it was the angle. It was, I'm not really a sprayer. I'm more like a volcano that sort of, it shoots up, but it sort of comes straight down. But yeah, on 2 separate occasions. And to be honest with you, don't feel bad about it for a second, because that kind of had to happen given the circumstances that I was in.
TMI.
Right. He's explaining exactly, like, yeah, I don't kind of like spray. I just bubble out.
I could be way more graphic now than I am.
Let's not do that.
This is the polite version of what happened.
The polite version would have been, there she was. It was uncomfortable, and
I beat myself like a slave in 1825.
Oh, speaking of, we went to Wilmington. And I gave Adam the tour, he learned a lot of the history.
Nice.
There was, some of the history's good, some of the history's bad. We did really hit upon all the parking garages, and which is, great history there. And, where everybody was beaten or stabbed, including me. I showed him where I got stabbed with the hypodermic needle.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's classic.
And where the guy got his leg stolen.
Nice.
And also where the guy fell off the building and
and broke his neck.
He showed me, so Rum had a great idea for a business that I think he should go with. Rum is going to conduct his own tour company in the city of Wilmington, where he's going to give people graphic tours of parking garages.
Yeah, it's going to be I think there's a market there, and for lazy people that really don't want to walk around town but don't mind coming down a parking garage. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
we went to Wilmington because I was interested in some of the filming locations, and because I'm a big One Tree Hill fan. And I recently was watching Dawson's Creek again for shits and giggles.
Obviously, I see, because everything is fucking hashtag Pacey and Dawson.
Hold on. First of all, it's hashtag Dawson and Pacey forever with the 4.
I don't really
if anyone wants to follow our adventures on Instagram, hashtag Dawson and Pacey forever. And by the way, that was Rum's idea.
I'm sure it was.
So, but no, well, the one location I did recognize is, if you've ever seen Dawson's Creek or One Tree Hill, there's a riverfront that whenever the kids are downtown going on dates or whatever, it's quite prominent in both series, and I recognized it offhand. But we were gonna take a tour because I was thinking about it, and it wasn't much. It was $12, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't
to
bad.
take the filming location tour.
But he had me, so why did he need to tour?
Mostly because Rum didn't know where most of that stuff was. He did know a few things.
I did, like Iron Man.
He pointed out, hey, you saw Iron Man 3? I said yes. He said, see that river? I said yes. That's the river in the movie. There you go.
Ta-da!
So, but yeah, I was thinking about taking the tour, but at the end of the day, I started. We went to lunch at a place called the Fork and Cork. So I started let me Google these different locations, and every one of them's it's like I was looking at the One Tree Hill list, and it's like, this is the park bench where Nathan and Haley had their first date. I was like, it's a park bench. What do you do? Sit on it, rub it, and feel like and reenact scenes?
Well, what did you expect
them? We should have done that. We should have had a third person to take pictures of Rum and I, reenacting scenes from One Tree Hill. Well,
here's the thing, man. What would you expect to do? I mean, they're not going. The people aren't going to be standing there.
Think about it.
You walk in. Oh, look, there they are. They're still in the same spot from their first date.
There was Empire Records. Part of it was filmed there.
Nice.
Yeah, but so did you tell me about that, or did I find it?
What's that?
I think I found it online that the Empire Records was filmed there. Yeah. I didn't know that. And so the building that Empire Records takes place in, so
the actual record store
building. So there's a store that the front windows that they use that they filmed in front of, but there's not an actual building that looks like the one.
They made a facade around some windows on downtown.
Yeah, that's what I just asked. I was wondering if it was an actual building, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, parts of it were though. There was there in the movie. There's a few murals of famous musicians. One of them's a giant Gloria Estefan mural, but apparently they painted over it at some point. So that would have been the closest. That's the kind of thing that you're like, oh, okay, let me take a picture in front of that because that's, and let me go see that because that's something tangible.
Sure.
Instead, as much as I love Empire Records, and I actually just watched it literally the other day, I was just like, it's literally windows. There's no sign that says this is where Empire Records was filmed.
I was able to show him where a lot of people were flogged and hung.
Yes, and then he flogged and hung me. So, but it was fun. It was fun. And like I said, I got to see a friend of mine that I was in the Disney College program with for 17 years ago.
Nice.
And we had a nice conversation, and she coincidentally works right next to Rum's wife, Amy, although they've never met, which is weird. But yeah, so it's been an interesting trip, and hopefully the trip home isn't, well, maybe it'll be interesting, hopefully, but not unpleasant. Yeah.
At least your car will be running like a dream.
And maybe this time the black chick will fuck me.
I doubt it.
What about you, Wayne?
Well, last night we actually had an interesting thing happen.
Uh-oh.
So I come home from work last night, and just, typical after work thing, and we're just hanging out with the kid, playing around, doing stuff, And then we get this idea, all right?
Already bad.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So Caitlin says, "You want to get tattooed?" I said, "Sure, why not?" All right. But so what I did was I allowed my son to draw on my leg, and Caitlin tattooed me. So I actually have a actual drawing from my son on my leg now, permanently. It's little.
What did she use? A 9-volt battery, an old Walkman, or what?
No.
She goes straight prison and melt a comb and like trace it.
No. She has actually got a real gun. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a little tattoo on my leg now.
What did he draw?
He drew his version of a dinosaur.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, he's fucking
so
two.
Basically, you have some squiggles on your leg.
Kind of.
Look like varicose veins.
Kind of, but not really, because it actually does look like a dinosaur head. It's pretty interesting.
Okay. Well, that's kind of interesting, dude.
Yeah, it was something that I didn't think was going to happen today.
Well, I tell you, if you get drunk and she gets drunk and that comes up again, don't do it, because you'll wake up with look like a 3-year-old Yakuza did like a full shirt tattoo.
That would be actually really funny, I think. But I would never do that.
Yeah, but you're not colored in the lines. Everything's scribbled.
We would have to drink a lot, and I don't drink that much. We don't even have alcohol in the house.
Oh, well, that's a shame, because your kid would be a lot more calm.
I just read something from Squirrels that I kind of have to repeat on here.
Okay.
All right.
So it makes me laugh. I'm not going to say to her what I was thinking, but so somebody stole her lunch from the refrigerator at work today.
Nice.
And apparently she brought a piece of her mom's rum cake. And she said, whoever stole this, you deserve a special place in hell. Okay. Sorry. You deserve a special place in hell. And I hope you choke on it. But I know you won't, because my mom's rum cake is super moist and delicious. And I really want to just write, heard that about her pie, too.
Do it.
Nah, because her mother might actually be on there.
That's true. That's true. But
the tattoo's interesting, man.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, man. I mean, my kid loves it. He's very excited about it. He constantly says, "I drew that," and he points at it. So he's proud of it.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Well, if there's one thing they say about kids, it's that they scar you for life.
There you go. And I got one permanently on my leg, but it's cool. I like it.
We actually used to do tattoos in high school, but we didn't have a gun. We actually did use the motor out of an old Walkman, a 9-volt battery, or actually about 2 or 3 9-volt batteries, a copper wire, and a needle.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I think my first 2 were from that version.
Yeah, because we used to do it in either at lunch or in study hall.
Right.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. But you can get infected with lead poisoning or food poisoning or whatever.
It's definitely not recommended to do.
Yeah, there was like a lot of people in my high school that had Aussie written on their knuckles.
Right.
Oh, he broke up.
Yeah, I'm having issues. I completely I'm completely surprised that Rum doesn't have Ozzy on his knuckles.
No, I do have. This is what's left. The ink went away though. Cross.
Oh, did you?
He does have a tick on his balls that he calls Ozzy.
Well,
I do.
Yeah.
I've had it since 1993.
That's cute.
Yeah, I make him a sweater around wintertime.
A sweater.
I knit. Yeah, it's something I do. It keeps me calm.
Did you make him like a sweater vest? Because that would be really cool.
No, but then all the other ticks would make fun of him because no one looks good in a sweater vest.
I don't know, man. That tick might though.
I've had a sweater vest.
Exactly. You also have
really good in it.
You also have a tick, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, you're ticking me off. What? I don't know.
Oh shit. But yeah,
Anything else exciting?
not really, man. There's not really nothing else going on. That was the most exciting thing that happened to me as of recent. This weekend there's a few shows going on. We're gonna go do some Halloween stuff with the kid.
Oh, cool. Trick or treating and all that good shit.
Not this weekend, but there is a like a school thing next door. And one of my coworkers, her daughter goes and bought a couple extra tickets and gave them to me and Caitlin to bring.
Was it they doing like trick or treat in this like a Halloween carnival?
Kinda. It's like you dress in a costume and you go and they judge your little kids' costumes and stuff like that. So it'll be fun. It's tomorrow.
Are you gonna take them there and then go, surprise? You're going to school now, and leave them?
No, because it's at night. I'm not gonna leave him at school at night because I'm not a sick bastard that's gonna leave him with some strange people.
Well, I don't know if that last part's true.
Well, yeah, I know. But anyway, no. It's just at night. It's only for a couple hours. It's like from 6 to 8. So we're just gonna go over there for a little while and let him have fun.
That's cool. It's fun when you got a kid and you can take him around, I guess.
Yeah, and then
they can get you candy.
yeah, and then we're gonna. I think I may stop in at Babylon tomorrow night for a little bit to see Rob's band play. The owner from Babylon's band's playing tomorrow night. And then Saturday, there's a band called Project Ascension, who is actually on our 500th after party after the show episodes go on. And they are going to be playing there Saturday as well. That's their very first gig, actually, so I'm going to go check them out.
Cool.
But it's a different style of music. I mean, it's not your typical metal acts.
It's no nutsack taco though.
No. But
nothing is nutsack.
I do have some interesting news about our after party. The band I wanted to get for our after party was Black Creole, but they are actually broken up. They are no longer together. They split up. It's done. They're finished.
That's what I heard.
So I went on the hunt for a bunch of bands. So I found a band that's coming back. Their name is Lucy Fears Goats. They've been around for a while. They just stopped playing for a long time, so they're going to come and do it. They're going to open it. Then Project Ascension's going to play. Then this band hit me up from Mississippi. All right. This band's called Teratoma. Now, I found out what a teratoma is recently.
Hold on a second. Rum was so excited for a second, but probably a little bit mad as well, because he was sure you were going to say terracotta.
Yeah, I know. No, but I found out what teratoma means yesterday. It means it's like when people give birth to these birth defect babies that have like teeth on the side of their face and weird shit like that. I had no idea it was like that. I didn't know that was the name, but anyway, Dr. Joe told me that.
Fun.
I can honestly say in an episode where we talked about hurricane victims, you just depressed the shit out of us.
Well, I don't know why. I don't know how. Anyway, listen. So I'm talking to this band and I'm like, okay, that's fine. You guys can come do it. That, I don't mind. I'll have y'all open. And then he shows me their show. They are a mixture of green jello and guar. They actually have giant props and like they squirt blood and do crazy shit like that. So they're going to headline.
So they're like Gorm Jello?
Yeah, kind of. So it's an interesting kind of
nice
mix. They're really interesting. You should go check them out, Rum. I think you would dig them. They're just kind of like a bizarre metal act.
I'll check them out. That sounds interesting anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be definitely a thing to come to the show to see for sure.
Right. And once I'm going to start, I finally got them lined down. I had to make sure with Rob and everybody that was cool because you have to make sure everyone that knows that's going in there that they may get a little sputs on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't have somebody pissed off because they got a little bit of food coloring on them.
No, you might want to bring some. Clear sheeting or something.
Well, it's not fucking like they don't like do like war with hoses and shit like that. It's just like small things that most of it gets on them. So
that's okay. I guess.
It's just kind of like a visual thing, but we just got to make sure that people know, since Babylon's a small club, that they may get a little bit on them,
Right. Well, yeah.
If they're
stay
close,
away from the front of the stage.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
But so now that I got that settled, I'm probably going to start pushing it as like a mini, if you're fans of Guar and Green Jello, you should check these guys out, kind of thing. So maybe more people will show up.
Nice. Well, that's really good. And when is the show again?
November 17th.
November 17th. So put that on the calendar.
We need to really get a.
I said that out loud so I don't forget.
Yeah, I gotta put an event page up for the actual thing, so we can get people in there.
Oh my God! Beach time. It's making us sleepy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't go to sleep yet. We got to go to Tar Babies.
Yes, I showed Adam a restaurant called Tar Babies.
Oh, that's horrible.
No, it's really good. They have $4.99 all you can eat pancakes.
Right, but Tar Babies means black people.
No,
Yes,
it means
it does, because there's an actual black tar baby out front.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, and it doesn't mean black people. It means
It means nigger.
no.
Yeah,
it means,
it's a racial term for black people, dude.
No, it's not. It's about the old Song of the South reference,
Which is a huge racist song.
No, it's not racist. It was Disney. It's cool. There was a black dude in it.
Yeah, I know.
He had a white beard,
Yeah, okay.
so he was old.
They called him Uncle Tom too, I'm sure.
No, I think it was.
It was Uncle
No,
Remus.
his name was Uncle Remus.
Yeah, I know which uncle it was, but I'm just saying other people called him an Uncle Tom.
I don't know, and I thought it's a cute logo. I mean, it doesn't look like anybody. It just looks like a.
By the way,
Adam, please do me a favor and take pictures of this place.
we'd have to go to Myrtle Beach again.
Oh, okay. I thought you were actually going.
No, we're not going out there. As a little aside, I was talking to somebody who was at a Trump rally, and he took a picture with a black guy that he met there. It was apparently like a Trump super fan, and he showed me the picture, and I was like, "Huh, who's this fella? Is his name Tom? Does he have nieces and nephews?" And the guy was like, "No, his name's John. Like he does all these." I'm like, I was like, do I really have to explain this?
That's so funny. That's funny.
But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing, man.
That's cool, guys.
We're just gonna wait on Adam's car to get fixed, and
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow morning I'll probably, tell Rum and Amy and their lovely mother, thank you for your time and tolerance, and drive there and hopefully only sit there for an hour and a half and then get on the road
And try to head back. That's cool, man.
Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna probably end up getting another Airbnb, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, maybe you should call the same one.
Thinking about it. No, probably not. But I do want to mention, so a little sober October update. So obviously I mentioned that I broke one of my rules.
You broke like 3 of them, so it's okay.
No, I broke one twice. No, so I made a decision. I might have mentioned it in that video.
You did.
So I've just got too much to promote, and like the social media things hasn't been. I mean, I've tried to like keep to where I wasn't checking notifications and stuff like that, but it just everything was more difficult. So I'm thinking like maybe February or something like that. Sometime when I don't have something to promote, actually I might have something to promote in February, but I'll choose a time, and I'm gonna redo the social media and politics one. I'm not looking at any well, I've seen a little bit the last couple of days just from the news and social media, people posting stupid shit on social media. But I'm not listening to any political podcasts. And I haven't gone on Twitter, which is the major thing where I get a lot of my politics from. But like Facebook, I just started because I want to document my trip and all that.
Yeah.
So Kevin, you can gloat all you want.
Kevin, you win. You win.
You're
the champ.
I haven't, even on vacation, I haven't had any ice cream, chocolate, or
you might as well,
or any drinks other than water.
You might as well.
But so I'm going to complete the month for that stuff, and I won't be abusing myself unless again if something similar happens, all bets are off. But yeah, so I did my best, and I proved a point,
that you can't do it.
Well, it can be done.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving it a hard time, man. I'm just giving it a hard time. I'm actually proud of you. You went that long. I really am.
So,
but anyway, look, you guys go enjoy your fucking time. You're finishing up this stuff, and we'll just cut this shit short, man, and the rest of the people can enjoy whatever they're doing.
All right, Rum and I are gonna go hold hands and run on the beach.
Y'all do that.
Hashtag Dawson and Pacey forever. Follow us on Instagram.
I was your host, Wayne.
I've been Adam.
And I'm the Rum Guy.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to keep it metal.
Keep it Dawson.
Yeah. In the creaky.
Adieu, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Get the fuck out!
Okay then. That's it.